Hello, dear viewers. Today, we have a special program for you. We have all heard of Napoleon Bonaparte, an extraordinary commander, a bold politician, and one of the most influential figures in history. But if we had the chance to interview him today, what would we ask? Of course, this is a completely hypothetical interview based on historical facts. Now, let's watch this interview with my colleague.
Hello, Mr. Napoleon Bonaparte. Welcome to this special interview.
Hello to you and to all the viewers. It is strange but fascinating that, centuries after my death, people still talk about me and my decisions.
You are known as one of the greatest military commanders in history. What drove you to war and conquest?
Since childhood, I was fascinated by history and warfare. I always felt that I was destined for something great. The French Revolution created a world full of chaos, but I saw it as an opportunity to build a powerful empire. On the battlefield, every moment is crucial. I had to make major decisions in a matter of seconds. My victories were the result of discipline, strategy, and my belief in France's supremacy.
You won many battles, but the Battle of Waterloo marked the end of your reign. What led to that defeat?
Waterloo, my greatest regret. My enemies united and planned well against me. Also, heavy rains made the battlefield muddy and difficult for my troops to maneuver. But more importantly, some of my commanders made critical mistakes. If I had more time, if I had better support, perhaps history would have turned out differently. But such is fate. A man either wins or steps aside.
You introduced important reforms in France's legal and educational systems. Which of your achievements do you consider the most significant?
Without a doubt, the Napoleonic Code. These laws not only brought order to France but also influenced legal systems worldwide. But beyond that, I take pride in modernizing education and creating an efficient administrative system. I believe that to build a strong nation, its people needed education, and the law had to be applied equally to all.
Some say you were a dictator who sacrificed freedom for power. How do you respond to this criticism?
Every great leader has enemies and critics. I saved France from chaos and turned it into an empire that challenged all of Europe. But power is necessary for leadership. Freedom without order is anarchy. I gave the people of France stability and pride. Did I make mistakes? Of course. But a dictator? If I were truly a dictator, the people would not have welcomed me back after my escape from Elba.
You are famous for your military strategies. In your opinion, what was your greatest battle?
The Battle of Austerlitz, also called the Battle of the Three Emperors. In that battle, I defeated the armies of Russia and Austria with fewer troops. It proved that strategy and intelligence are more important than numbers. That day was perhaps the greatest day of my military career.
If you were alive today, what would you be doing?
The world today is far more complex than in my time. But wars still continue, and politics is still full of rivalry. Perhaps I would once again try to restore France to its former glory. Perhaps I would seek new alliances on the global stage. Or maybe, this time, I would write history with ideas instead of the sword.
Thank you for this fascinating conversation and your insightful answers.
I also thank you and the viewers. This was an interesting discussion and a great opportunity to clarify many things.
Friends, thank you for joining us today. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, share, like, and comment on this video. See you next time. Goodbye.